This module is on calculating mole conversions using the IDEA strategy. This module was designed for students in chemistry classes. IDEAS is a self-management strategy. Movie 1 is about overview of calculating mole conversions and student materials. This module relates to Virginia Standards of Learning for Chemistry, SOL 4. The focus for SOL 4 is on chemical quantities based on molar relationships. The key concept is Avogadro's principle and molar volume. For students to show their understanding, they will be calculating conversions correctly. This module is comprised of a series of movie contents. There are 7 total movies. The first few movies orient you so that you're able to learn the IDEA self-management strategy, and then movies 5, 6, and 7 demonstrate how to solve problems using the IDEA self-management strategy and paying attention to patterns. Each student has a student workbook. If you've not already, enter your student name, period, teacher, and school. Do that after this movie. One of the things that you'll be using is the periodic chart or the periodic table of elements that looks like this. You have a laminated sheet with this on one side and this on the back side. Notice that in the top left corner you see one of the elements in its box, and it's indicating by the star that you'll be using the number, the atomic mass. You'll also be using what's called the gray box of mole equalities. You can refer to this sheet for the IDEA strategy. IDEA steps and what to do are spelled out. You'll learn how to do those later. Patterns were mentioned earlier. The very first pattern is when there is one conversion. The next pattern is when there are 2 conversions, or a 2-step problem. You'll become very good at 1-step and then at 2-step patterns, and then you will use this pattern where there's a staggered line for the second box indicating that you need to use the IDEA strategy to make a decision whether or not you need to do the second step or the second conversion. All of this will be explained and demonstrated for you in another movie. You also have response paddles, and they look like this with A, B at the top and D and C on its back side. Let's practice with those now. So get out your response paddles. Teachers, get toward the front of the room so that you can see students' responses. Students, you're going to be responding A or B. Here are some questions. Did you earn a good grade in chemistry on your last report card? Get ready to respond. Students, paddles up. Teachers, look at responses. Students, paddles down. The next question, would you like to earn good grades in chemistry for this grading period? Students, paddles up. Teachers, look. Students, paddles down. Last question, are you interested in learning a strategy that helps you calculate mole conversions? Students, paddles up. Teachers, look. Students, paddles down. Okay, so you've gotten the idea of using the response paddles and having teachers look at your responses. Sometimes teachers, you'll want to pause the movie so that you can look at the students' responses and give feedback or make comments on their responses. In calculating mole conversions, another way of saying it is that it's about changing from one type of units to another type of units. Students, you already do this in your everyday life. For example, you might change one dime to two nickels. So the type of unit would be a dime and a nickel. You need to know unit names and their quantities, similar to how you know that a dime is 10 cents and a nickel is worth 5 cents. Only in chemistry you'll be using the gray box of mole equalities. You'll be learning how to use the ideas self-management strategy so that you can do the calculations for conversions accurately. Right now, it's the end of movie 1. Movie 2 will be about what is a mole and who is Avogadro. Don't forget to write your name and other information on your student workbook. Teachers, this is the end, movie 1.